What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl, and today I just want to talk to you about this crazy thing these teenagers has plotted or tried to plot. Now, Florida students ages 14 and 13 plotted a Columbine-style shooting and had amassed guns, ammo, and knives. And mom, crying, tells the judge he's just a little boy as they were sent to the juvenile center. So, Mom, you say he's just a little boy, huh? Okay. We're going to see. 8th graders Philip Bird, who's 14, Connor Pruitt, who's 13, will be held for 21 days in a juvenile detention center for an alleged mass shooting plot. They appeared in front of a judge on Sunday morning. Bird's mother, Carrie Tuller, broke down in tears during the hearing and said he's just a little boy. The two teens are facing charges of conspiracy to commit a mass shooting. Sheriff said pair were extensively studying Columbine High School shooting. They were extensively studying now the Columbine High School shooting. But he's just a little boy, his mom says. Philip, who's 14, and Connor Pruitt, who's 13, they are 8th grade students at the Harns Marsh Middle School, near Fort Myers. They appeared in front of a judge on Sunday morning. The school administration took it seriously when they found Bird and Pruitt with a map of the school marked up to show each of its security cameras. After alerting Lee County Police, detectives discovered that the boys were thoroughly studying the Columbine shooting, attempting to learn how to build a pipe bomb, and researching how to buy guns on the black market. Police also searched the boys' homes and found guns, ammunition, and several knives. But Bird's mother, Carrie Tuller, broke down in tears as she defended her son in court on Sunday. He's just a little boy, she said. He didn't really think this was serious. Really? He didn't think they were serious. That's serious. That is serious. What do you mean? You didn't think they was that's serious. Let me tell y'all something. These kids are going to be a problem. These kids are going to be a problem. They are going to be a problem. I'm telling you. If they don't get straightened out now with this whole trying to shoot up a school and studying Columbine school on how to do whatever, they are going to be a problem. The boys were detained on Thursday for a mental health evaluation and taken into custody on Saturday. There's nothing wrong with these boys. There's nothing mental going on in their mind. They knew exactly what they were looking for, what they were researching. Their homes were searched and they was found with ammunition and guns and all kinds of stuff. Come on. They were being charged with conspiracy to commit a mass shooting. Both was ordered to have no contact with school staff or students and required to stay off the school grounds. They will remain at a juvenile detention facility, and their next court date is September 27th at 9 a.m. Following the boys' arrest, Lee County Superintendent Kenneth Savage tweeted to the heroes at Harns Marsh MS, "Thank you. Your actions saved lives, and for that, at Lee schools are forever grateful. All honor to Sheriff Lee, Florida, and staff, students that intervene." A tip-off from a fellow student led to a discovery of a map of the school with markings on it showing the school's security cameras and other disturbing evidence, including guns and several knives found at the suspect's home. So whoever that student was that gave that tip, you are a lifesaver. You are a lifesaver. My goodness. Boxes of ammunition found, guns, knives. Whew. Now, Max Schachter, whose son Alex was 14 when he was murdered in the 2018 Parkland shooting, committed the actions that prevented another tragedy like the one that took his child. And that's what I'm saying. You trying to plan this kind of stuff. There's people who are still hurting from that, from Columbine, school. A lot of parents lost their children. People lost a lot of family members. This is not a game. This is nothing to be played around with. And obviously these kids were serious because they was looking and they was researching. They was researching on how to build a pipe bomb. They was researching on how, the Columbine school shooting, the massacre, how it went. They were researching. They knew what they was doing. They knew what they were planning. It's just crazy. I'm just so glad and thankful that they was caught before they even did anything. But what pissed me off is the mother going to tell the judge he's just a little boy. He wasn't serious. He didn't think it was. What do you mean? What? I'm really pissed off at the mom, to be honest with you, for even saying that. They didn't find a weapon in the student's book bag, but found the school map showing each of the building's security cameras. Okay? The Lee County Sheriff Carmine Marcino said police also discovered other disturbing evidence following a search at the suspect's home, including guns, ammunition, and several knives. In the news conference, Sheriff Marcino said detectives learned the students took an interest in the Columbine High School shooting. They were extensively studying to learn more about the incident and the shooters. There was also, the detectives also learned they were attempting to learn how to construct pipe bombs and how to purchase firearms on the black market. Okay? Yes, they may be little boys in age, but their minds are thinking like an adult. And they are researching all this stuff. So, she's probably distraught because, her child, she never thought her child would think of such things, but he's not thinking like a little boy. He's not thinking like a little boy. This is some serious stuff here. Now, the Columbine High School massacre was a school shooting attempted bombing that occurred on April 20th of 1999 in Columbine, Colorado, and I remember that. The two shooters, 12th grade students Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, aged 18 and 17, murdered 12 students and one teacher, and then subsequently committed suicide. It was one of the most deadliest mass shootings at a high school, a U.S. high school at that, until 2018 when 17 people were killed at a shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, which is located approximately 120 miles from Lee Acres. Excuse me, Lehigh Acres. Wow. This is really crazy. This is crazy. And the sheriff said this could have been the next Parkland massacre, but we stopped them in the planning stages. The sheriff said the two middle school students are well known to police, as deputies had responded to calls to their homes nearly 80 times combined. So wait a minute. So these two students are well known with the deputies, with the police. The sheriff said the 2 middle school students are well known to police as deputies had responded to calls to their homes nearly 80 times combined. Wow. Sheriff Marcino said legal investigators will be looking into a risk protection order which restricts access to firearms for those who pose a danger to themselves and others. As soon as students reported the potential threat, the teacher notified administrators who immediately brought in the school resource officer, he said. Together, they emptied the classroom and investigated. Students were safe at all times. I commend the students who came forward to report the potential threat and the quick action by our staff and SROs to prevent harm to our campus. Man, this is crazy. Wow. I just don't understand. Like, what is going through their mind of wanting to do such a thing? Like, I don't understand. Why do they want to do this? So, I also read here the parents. The parents spoke out. So let's see what the parents have to say. So here we are. Parents of, let's see, I guess of one of the students. Okay. The parents of one of the 2 teenage boys accused of plotting a massacre at his middle school told News Nation exclusively they disputed the allegations against their son. What? You are disputing the allegations against your son, knowing what? Gigi, just calm down and just get through this. How is it she is disputing the allegations against their son when there is proof? She said, I went hysterical. That's what Carrie Teller told the News Nation. I just never thought to see my son in handcuffs. It was just devastating. Yesterday was the hardest thing ever. Of course, no parent wants to see their child in handcuffs, but look at the circumstance here. Okay, so deputies said they found guns and a collection of knives at the 14-year-old's bedroom. His family insists the teenager is not dangerous. The rifle they took out of here, it wasn't a rifle. It was a BB gun, the boy's father, Christopher Teller, told News Nation. He wouldn't use them to hurt anyone, Carrie said. They made it sound really bad. His parents say there's no way they are wrong about their son. He's a good kid. Okay. But the sheriff says the boys were 1 second away from a school shooting. This plan was coming together, Sheriff Carmine Marcino said, at any time at the press of a button. God forbid we could be sitting here talking about a mass shooting. And I agree. Investigators say the boys approached other kids and asked them if they wanted to take part in the shooting. Police believe they even had Zoom meetings about their plan. I feel like it was just talk and attention kind of thing. That's the problem right there. The mother. That's the problem right there. Because everything that's in front of her that's happened, and she's still saying that her son wouldn't do this and her son wouldn't do that. So if they never found any evidence of what these boys were doing and they would have did it to the school, what would she would have said then? Oh, I can't believe my son did this. See, that's right. I'm going to go ahead and close out before I really say something out my mouth that I might regret later or might not regret later. That's the problem right there. As a parent, none of us want to know that our kids are being engaged in some kind of activity like this. I get it. We don't ever want to think like that. But if the evidence is in front of you and you're still saying your child is a good kid and they saying this like they making him look bad in the media, what do you expect? Him and his friend were plotting a school massacre. I don't understand. You know what? I will be following up with this story. I'll keep an eye on it to see what's going on. I haven't seen anything of the other parent of the son say anything. Just this person's parent. I'm just There was already a school shooting in Parkland already. Then you have Columbine High School. Now here with this. And these boys were plotting after everything I just read to you guys. I know you can hear how pissed off I am, because I am pissed off. But come on. This parent is still saying he's just a little boy. He wouldn't do these things. He's not taking it seriously and all this kind of stuff. I'm sorry, but it's parents like that, who think their child wouldn't do such a thing, end up getting surprised later. And that's all I'm going to say. What do you guys have to say about this? How do you feel about this? It just... That parent really she just pissed me off. But anyway, you guys, I hope you have a good night. It's just so much stuff going on out here in this world. You know what I'm saying? And for these kids to be in the 8th grade and they planning something like this, they belong in detention right there. And they need to stay there for as long as they can. All right, you guys, later.